Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening. I'm here with Oliver Perez. The first time he's actually here with us from Blaugranagram. He's an editor. And first time he's here with us commentating in substitution of Omar Hawash, our CEO. How are you, Oliver?
Very good, thank you. How are you, Joav?
I'm very, very good. Thank you. Well, we're getting ready for our match of Barcelona against Real Valladolid. And well, I guess the thing to mention is, first of all, the lineup of FC Barcelona. As we see, it's Ter Stegen, Mingueza, De Jong, and Lenglet in the defense, Des, Pedri, Busquets, and Alba in the midfield, with Griezmann, Messi, and Dembele on the attack. What would you say, Oliver, of our lineup so far?
Well, it's a classic one, I'd say. No, it's the one we've seen in the last few games. The one that has been working perfectly for Barca. And I'm guessing Koeman, now that we are sadly out of the Champions League, he's got slightly fresher legs, and he's not going to change it much unless he needs to. And well, there's those 4 yellow cards for De Jong and Messi that threatens him to do so in the coming games.
Yeah, completely. Let's remember, as Oliver has said right now, that if either De Jong or Messi see a yellow card, they would actually miss next match. That is El Clásico against Real Madrid next. Well, yeah, next 10th of April. So let's hope
The
that neither of
Saturday, I
them.
think, yeah.
Yep. So let's hope that they don't actually do it. Looking to the bench of Barcelona, we can actually see Peña and Tenas at goalkeeper, Araujo, Umtiti, and Firpo for the defense, Pjanic, Puig, Fernandez, and Elias for the midfield, Braithwaite, Trincao, and Conrad. Conrad de la Fuente, a player that has actually been really good for Barcelona at times, but not really used by Koeman, right, Oliver?
Yeah, he's been outstanding for the B team, and he's one of those youngsters that's knocking on the door and has been doing so for a while already. Hopefully, if all the players that are seeing Barcelona will try to sell next summer, leave actually the club, probably there'll be a spot for him and maybe for Collado as well. There's another outstanding youngster, and we all are like hoping to see them sometime soon in the first squad.
Yep, let's hope. I'm really quickly looking to the Valladolid lineup. Masip at goalkeeper, Janko, Olaza, Sanchez, and Gonzalez for the defense. Plano, Mesa, Alcaraz, and Martinez for the midfield. And Guardiola, an old known for Barcelona, and Codro in the attack. Quick note for you, Oliver, on the lineup.
Well, probably we all remember Masip, was the third goalkeeper of Barca during the Luis Enrique years. And ever since he's been in Valladolid, doing well, being in the starting lineup for most of the time. And well, as you say, Guardiola, with a brief past in Barcelona's youth system, he was bought a few years ago by the B team, and I think he was only a few days in the team because apparently he had some tweets against Catalonia or some outright politics things. I can't remember exactly what, but he was sad right away.
Yep. As we know, Barcelona is basically an icon for the whole Catalonia region. So nothing against Catalonia really goes for Barcelona. And also,
Not the smartest from him as well, but to have that
yeah,
still online.
yeah,
The
no,
sharpest move.
not a very good idea. For the subs, Perez, Rubio, Hervías, Alvarez, Moclis, Villa, Rey, Valdo, Salazar, and Andre.
Yeah,
And
Andre actually, sorry, Andre was a very outstanding player the first half of the season, but had many physical problems, and his sort of progression was kind of brought to a halt by those injuries. But it's probably the major threat they have on the bench for today's game.
well, let's hope. Let's hope we have a good game for us today.
Mm-hmm.
As always, if you want to know more about Blaugranagram, be sure to follow us on all our social media. Head over to our page and give us a like. Give us your comment. And right now, actually, we already have some comments from Charlie Barça. They said Visca el Barça. So
Visca.
yeah, Visca Barça. Also, we have from Charlie Barça is score predictions. I'm going 3-0. So, what are your predictions, Oliver?
I'd be right behind that. I'd be very happy if it was 3-0. No suffering. 3 points. I agree with Charlie Barca there.
Well,
How
let's
are you?
hope.
How are you? You suffer? You want to suffer a bit more?
No, no, no. Let's hope it's a quiet 4-0, 4-1. We have to remember, actually, Messi leads the race for the Pichichi with 23 goals. Just behind him, Gerard Moreno and Luis Suarez, and all known from Barcelona, with 19 each. And Benzema in fourth place with 18 goals as well.
Yeah.
So a very also interesting match on a personal level for Messi, at least, to see how he actually copes with winning another Pichichi in La Liga for Barcelona. So we'll have to see how he actually manages against this defense of Valladolid. As you said, a few key players in a few points of the field for Valladolid. So we'll see how they actually cope and what their plan is to face Ronald Koeman's team.
We see, of course, everyone knows Valladolid's head coach, manager is Sergio González, an icon for Espanyol. Probably one that'd be very happy to come here to spoil the party.
Yep. Let's remember once again, Barcelona. If Barcelona actually win today, they would be just 1 point behind Atlético de Madrid, the leader. That at one point actually had a 10-point advantage of both Barcelona and Real Madrid. But if Barca actually win today, they would be just 1 point behind, and facing a Clásico later on this week. So a very important point right now in the Barcelona season if they actually want to win La Liga.
And also, there's in a few weeks' time, we're gonna have, of course, this cup final against Bilbao, but Atlético de Madrid has to come to Camp Nou as well, and that is presumably gonna be a key game or maybe even a decider for La Liga.
Absolutely, and the game is actually started up 18 seconds. Barcelona has the ball right now with Mingueza to De Jong, controlling the ball back in the midfield of Barcelona. They're actually going forward. Lenglet goes to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba goes back to De Jong, that is looking for to pass to Ter Stegen. He goes to him, went all the way back from midfield to Ter Stegen. Alba that actually had a very good second half of the season for Barcelona, scoring a lot of goals, giving assists, very, very, very involved in all the games for Barcelona.
Yeah, I think he might be better protected with De Jong also falling a bit farther behind. So practically there's like three center backs. So he can exploit better his offensive abilities. And his weaknesses when running back are not that exposed, I'd say. And it's probably the same for Dest, who's been actually scoring in the last few games, also for his national team.
Yeah,
but
completely.
He scored twice against Real Sociedad. First time he scored in La Liga, and he scored twice.
Yep, got a brace in his first in his first match with a goal. And now we have Valladolid that are attacking on the left wing. They go to Martinez, Alcaraz, and then a shot all the way from a long distance to Ter Stegen, and he manages very, very calmly. He goes to Alba on the left wing. He goes to
high pressure
Griezmann.
from Valladolid these minutes, no?
Yep, very pressure on a very, very low level. They are waiting at a certain point of the field for Barcelona to actually arrive at that point and then apply the pressure. But as of now, Barcelona not really under that pressure that can actually hurt them as much as we know from other teams.
I'm assuming as the minutes pass, Valladolid will fall further and further behind and closer to the box. Is the probably natural tendency this game is going to follow?
Yeah, completely. Valladolid will probably do that and actually look to probably worry Barcelona. Right now, we have Mingueza that is arriving a little bit farther up the pitch to Messi on the midfield, to Griezmann to Messi, a good connection. Messi looking for the space, and he looks for a foul, but no, the ref says nothing to it. And now Valladolid actually wanted to take the break, but I believe it was Alba that committed a foul right now. A little bit of pull from Roque Mesa to Messi at the edge of the box, but the referee denied him any claim of a foul right there. a little bit of contact, but not that much for Messi to go down, I think.
Probably referees setting the bar as well now. It's those minutes where both teams need to adjust to the decisions of the referee and see what he lets go and what he calls. In my opinion, that could have been a foul, but we will see.
Yeah, completely. Because as we know, sometimes these matches get away from the refs pretty quickly because certain players start to dive or start to ask for a lot of yellow cards really early on. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of game we'll have. Let's hope that nothing too violent or too aggressive right now. And right now, a handball of Pedri at the midfield. A Valladolid player tried to actually pass it all the way over, and Pedri arrived a little bit late and had a little handball on it.
It's one of those situations that is controversial with handballs. It was easier that it's in the midfield, but we're hearing a lot of very controversial plays, penalties regarding handballs, and I think they should be clear for the end of this season and probably for the next one.
Yeah, completely. So Valladolid had actually proposed a little bit right now in the midfield of Barcelona, not letting Barcelona take control as they actually like to take control. They're very, very physical at the moment, and they're trying to obligate Barcelona to actually do something different, not just the quick passes to Messi and try to let Messi do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, they're trying to play on both sides, particularly with Nach on the left. That was a good cross. We saw that Lenglet could head slightly away. I don't think Valladolid should be playing this kind of box-to-box game, but they probably are trying to surprise in these first minutes and see if then they can have a bit of a control over the game, because I think Valladolid only won 2 out of the 44 games they've played at Camp Nou, losing 36 and ending the remaining 6 in draw. So it's not really the best pitch, and they probably will try to get a surprising goal in the first minutes and then, hold on to it.
Yep. So the first 7.5 minutes played, actually Messi tried to do a very good ball with Dembélé and Pedri connection, but it was actually an offside for Dembélé. 7 minutes and 40 seconds. First real pressure from Barcelona at the Valladolid goalkeeper. Somewhat. Griezmann could have shot a little bit earlier, but not really that much right now for Barcelona front three that are Messi, Dembélé, and Griezmann. Griezmann slowly finding his pace, slowly finding how he works into Koeman's team. But we'll see at the end of the season what the actual verdict is on if he should stay or if he should go.
Well, if they want to buy a world-class striker, the one we are thinking of, probably he should be the one to leave to make space. But I agree, it was a good play from Barcelona. That's why I meant that Valladolid probably shouldn't eventually stop playing this kind of come and go game, box to box, because presumably they have far less quality, and with spaces, Barcelona should be more dangerous.
Valladolid has actually hit the crossbar of Marc-André ter Stegen's goal. And Barcelona has actually been saved by the crossbar after a very good cross from Valladolid player. And I believe it was Codro actually hit it with his head, and it hit the crossbar. Barcelona has been saved at 9 minutes in. The crossbar has come to the save of ter Stegen and actually aided the Catalonian team. So let's hope Barcelona can shake this off and slowly begin to do something. Right now we have Pedri with this looking for the space. Pedri trying to attack, but with a lot of legs in front of him. He goes to Lenglet. Lenglet goes to Griezmann. Griezmann with his French companion. He goes back to De Jong near the midfield. To Pedri. Pedri to Alba. Alba to Griezmann. Griezmann to Messi. Messi to Griezmann. And it was knocked away for another cross of Barcelona. Another goal, corner kick. I'm sorry.
Codro, I mean, the oldest people here probably will remember his dad played for Barcelona. Mejo Codro, Bosnian striker. He did very well, I remember, in Real Sociedad and not so well in Barcelona. But he was an icon in the LaLiga in the late 90s.
Oh, what a good save by Masip. I believe it was Mingueza that after a corner kick he headed it, but Masip actually saved it. A very good save by Masip with good reflex. And now Valladolid try to break in speed. Pedri tries to intercept, but he doesn't. Roque Mesa goes to, I believe, is Guardiola. Guardiola goes back to the midfield of Valladolid, trying to control the tempo of the match, trying to control their attack. They go to Plano. Plano to Roque Mesa. Roque Mesa, and he tries to calm a little bit more the things for Valladolid. Valladolid applying a really good style of football right now, waiting for Barcelona and applying a quite bit of pressure when Barcelona have it in their own midfield.
And the game is very entertaining in this first few minutes. Hope it stays this way. It's probably good fun.
Yeah, at least interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
We have Pedri at the midfield. Dembélé tried to time his run a little bit better. He goes back to Busquets. Busquets to Messi. Messi going through. He goes looking forward. Oh, but he faces three players of Valladolid that actually take the ball away from him. Pedri wins it back for Barcelona. Barcelona in the midfield of Valladolid. And Valladolid really waiting right now. Griezmann has it with Pedri. Pedri with Messi. Messi at the edge, at the front part of the box, but he's once again disabled by the midfield of Valladolid. The defense just throws the ball away. Now Mingueza at the midfield. The line of defense of Barcelona is really forward right now, with Mingueza, De Jong, and Lenglet trying to basically play in the midfield, in that mark of the midfield. Griezmann goes down and he asks for a foul by the Valladolid player. A contact to his head, I believe it was an elbow with a forearm. So let's see. The ref does not give anything. The contact was after Griezmann played the ball to Messi. Messi back to him in a 1-2 situation really quickly. And Alcaraz, I believe, hit him in his face. The ref deemed it was not a foul, and the game continues on. Right now, it's Valladolid in the midfield. Well, let's see if the ref actually lets that kind of plays go and slip, because if he does, it can bring on a lot more aggressiveness from both sides.
We see also Valladolid kind of playing with three players staying back, kind of similar to the same system as Barcelona. And then when defending, both players on the side also full back, so it's like a 5-man defense.
Mm-hmm.
But those also playing as winger when attacking, and that helps them overpopulate a bit the midfield. That's why it's creating a bit of trouble for Barca when trying to dominate that midfield.
Yeah, very similar, at least positional kind of play right now. Same kind of performance by both teams. Right now we have De Jong with Pedri. De Jong that went up a few yards, actually trying to gain some ground. He goes to Griezmann to Dembélé to Alba. Right now on the left wing, Alba to Pedri. Pedri giving a little bit more of a slow tempo, trying to control a little bit more the high temperaments. They go now to Alba on the left wing, trying to cross, but no, he decides to go inside. Now with Pedri to De Jong to Pedri with Busquets. He lets it pass with Messi. Busquets a little bit cross. Oh, and now it is a foul. It is a foul for FC Barcelona, almost at the edge of the box of Valladolid, against Messi. Messi went down after a Valladolid player was trying to track him and actually used his body to, I believe it was Alcaraz that actually tripped him. Alcaraz tripped Messi a little bit, and that was what the ref deemed a foul. And now we will see if Messi tries to go to goal. It is in his distance, I believe.
Yeah, it's a good position for him, I'd say. Yeah.
23 meters, I believe, from from the
Exactly.
goal. So let's see if Messi takes advantage of these kind of plays, because these are the plays that can actually change the course of a game for Barcelona and make it really easy for them. So we'll see. Right now, Valladolid have four players as a defense for
On the wall, yes.
on the wall, and I also believe there's one player lying on the ground trying to prevent Messi from going under the wall.
For that low drive, yeah. It's been used rather. It's been used by many coaches.
Sergio Busquets is asking the ref to call out the Valladolid players that are actually trying to get a little bit forward, a little feet forward, closer to Messi. Messi, let's see. The ref gives a whistle. Messi, oh, just a little bit wide of the right bar.
Yeah,
A little bit wide.
He played from the outer side, tried to score through curling it in, and it was probably a bit too close to the goal to try that.
Yeah,
but it was a good idea actually.
he tried to actually surprise the goalkeeper, but Masip was not really troubled. He just gave a few. He just walked a few meters to the right, and he was all over it.
Yeah, it probably should have been more powerful as well.
Yep, a little bit soft to say the least. Now we have Valladolid on the right wing. Lenglet tries to cover it. Oh, very, very, very poor cross by Jaco right now from Valladolid. And Ter Stegen tries to go out quickly with Mingueza. Mingueza with a lot of green space in front of him. Des asking for the ball. Poor pass from Mingueza that is actually cut out by the Valladolid player, as Des was trying to get forward really, really quickly. Now Valladolid is pressured to get rid of the ball. They tried to get rid of the ball through their attack, and they control it really well. Now in midfield of Barcelona, all the way over to the other side of the pitch. And now they try to get forward really quickly, but Mingueza is right there to cover the ball that was going through between the spaces that De Jong had left behind. And now we have with Busquets at the midfield to this. And we have a comment right here of Hirgesha Nagar. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Is it live? Yes, it is live. Right now we are commentating the live match of Barcelona against Valladolid at the Camp Nou. So please, any question, anything, just let us know. Submit your questions.
We have. I'm assuming we are enough time into the game to actually say that Valladolid surprised us all with this kind of offensive game style, and actually had a few good chances. That header to the crossbar was very, very scary. And they are doing well. Even defensively, they're not suffering too much. Even though it doesn't seem the natural choice to just play this kind of open, overextended game with heavy presence on both boxes.
Yep, and right now, 18 minutes and 5 seconds, and Nacho Valladolid is on the ground, and he's asking for a foul. I believe it was from Busquets, but I don't understand. He went down trying to win the ball from Busquets, and he actually contacted Busquets' left.
He stepped on him accidentally. But Busquets' knees also had the very ugly gesture. But it was an accident. But Busquets actually stepped on Nacho's ankle. But I think he's fine. He's gonna continue.
Yeah, just the pain. Just needs to walk it off a bit. Nothing serious. He comes back in right away, and now we have once again the game live. We have De Jong with Busquets with Messi. That is more on the right side right now, right wing. Mm-hmm. Oh, a beautiful little Panenka. I'm sorry, a beautiful little
kind of lob pass. Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes with Pedri, but Pedri loses the ball and he recovers it once again. But now it's once again with Valladolid. A very, very moved game right now, and they actually go to the right winger. And he wins the ball against Alba, and he tries to cross it, but Alba wins it. Guardiola has it. Coro can't control it, and now we have it again with Alba. Alba with Lenglet. Lenglet tries to pass it to Pedri, and he succeeds. and now he tries to go to Griezmann, but the ball goes out of bounds.
We're going to the last few minutes. Valladolid are playing a lot on the right side, using Janko. He's quite a powerful right back, but they're using
As a right winger.
more as a like kind of wing back, similar to what Barcelona does with Dest and Alba.
Yep.
And he's actually putting Alba in trouble. He may need some coverage from either one of the centre backs or maybe Busquets. But when Alba is deep forward, Janko can actually create some troubles.
Yes, and now we have Alcaraz that actually is forced to kick the ball away. Mingueza is there to cover it up, and he goes back to Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen looks to go deep once again, but he loses the ball. I believe Roque Mesa intercepted the ball in the midfield for Valladolid. He goes back to Alcaraz. Alcaraz, he goes back to Nacho. Lucas, now Olaza, and now the Valladolid player actually gives the cross, but Ter Stegen is there to quickly recover it. And now they go back to Busquets, Messi to Griezmann, and he tries a little bit forward. Now he has Des on the right wing. Des with a lot of green space, but he loses the ball. He looks for a penalty, but the ref has nothing of it. And now Nacho has it on the left wing for Barcelona, and now Pedri wins it back for Barcelona. A lot of give and take right now for Barça and Valladolid.
Messi, and Barcelona not looking as solid defensively as probably you would like. They are actually finding good gaps
in between the defense, in between the defenders,
and between lines as well. Good diagonal moves. We probably got to be careful there. Goal by Valladolid. Of course, there's plenty of time ahead. But a goal by Valladolid now could make the game a lot more difficult.
Yes, as we know, these kind of teams like Valladolid, mid-table teams, if they score, they will try to
park
the bus completely. Especially since against teams like Barcelona that like to have the possession, and Valladolid don't really mind giving that possession away as long as they can be strong defensively. As we look back to the foul against Serginho Dest that he was asking for, and a little bit of contact on his leg, but the Valladolid player actually won the ball fairly, I believe. Well, no, more contact on Dest than on the ball, but I don't know if Dest could have actually
seen it. I don't know. I'm fairly sure had it been in the midfield, he would have called the fault.
Yep. And now, actually, the VAR has said. I'm sorry.
A fault, huh?
Yep, the VAR has said that no penalty, and now the game is resumed with Des on the right wing, and he gives the ball away to Nacho. And he goes back to midfield, and he's pressured, and it's cut off by Busquets, but the attacker of Valladolid is right there to recover it, and now Messi tries to win the ball back. And these are kind of the plays that Messi has to try to avoid, because he took down the player by Valladolid, and if one of those he gets a yellow card, he will miss El Clásico. So if I were Koeman, I would ask him to take a little bit more easy. A great cross from Valladolid, but Longley is right there to cut it off. It goes back to the right back of Valladolid, and a great shot that goes right over the crossbar for Valladolid. Roque Mesa hit it with a very, very gorgeous curl, but it goes just a little bit over the bar of Ter Stegen's goal. Valladolid is really doing what they want to do in front of the box of Barcelona. So we'll have to see how Barcelona copes. Right now, Valladolid has 3 shots against 2 of Barcelona. So Valladolid is arriving a little bit more and finishing at least their attempts.
That was a good arrival in the second play from Roque. Roque Mesa was one of those players from the Canary Islands. Very technical, like typical player from down there. Very technical, very classy with the ball, but too temperamental. He's been in Sevilla for a couple of years now. He was on loan at Leganés as well, and he's seen way too many red cards for a creative midfielder.
Yes.
But he's maybe not the most intelligent player at times, but he's a very good player technically.
And now we have Valladolid that are breaking in pace against defensive Barcelona that are actually tracking back. A shot by Valladolid, but it goes over the bar. I believe it was against Roque Mesa, but the shot went really over the bar. He asked for a corner kick, but the ref denies it. And now Barcelona try to break a little bit in pace with Alba and Griezmann. Griezmann cuts to the center, and Griezmann goes back to a little bit De Jong that is trying to break free a little bit and trying to get a little bit more space in front of Busquets. Busquets goes to Pedri. Pedri goes to Alba. Alba to Pedri. Pedri to Busquets. Right now, controlling a little bit far from the box of Valladolid, but in front nonetheless.
We hope. I mean, as minutes go by, Valladolid players will be more and more tired, be less physical in the game, be less extended, and probably be more close up around their own box.
Yeah, I mean, the physical part can only last so long, especially 25 minutes into the game against Barcelona. The nerves are high. Roque Mesa shot really went over the bar, but they are arriving nonetheless. And right now, Koeman is really livid against his team. The defense is not that solid. It has been in other games. Messi has been a little bit disconnected from the game, as well as Dembele. Griezmann is the one on the attack that has actually tried to done a little bit more. And now he actually goes to Pedri, that is on the edge of the box. He goes to Alba. It goes back to Messi, and Messi tries a little bit of a lob shot, but it goes over the bar. He asks for a corner kick, but the ref does not give it. Messi complaining a little bit with the ref, but once again, these are the kind of plays that Messi should try to avoid, because if he gets on the wrong side of the ref, he could see a yellow card.
He's dissenting way too much. That could well mean a yellow card with this ref. He probably should be careful.
So let's see. Valladolid has been really compact in their midfield and in their defense, and winning physically well. But also, main man Pedri has been one of the main recoverers for Barcelona, as well as Busquets. That midfield has done their job so far as containing the midfield of Valladolid. So let's see. We have Ter Stegen that has the ball, and he goes forward to Mingueza that has a lot of space on that right wing. He tries to cut back a little bit. He goes to De Jong, that's a little bit deep. He goes to Griezmann, that is on the left wing with Alba. He goes to Alba to Pedri. Pedri, he goes to Dembele, but the ball is caught off, and Valladolid now have it, and they try to break a little bit free with Nacho. Nacho, he goes to Guardiola. I also believe I do not see correctly, and he receives a foul. And it will be a yellow card, the first yellow card of the match against Antoine Griezmann for a high heel kick against
Sergio Guardiola, I think.
Against a player of Valladolid. He did contact very, very, very badly. He tried to win the ball, but it was actually Oscar Plano that was receiving the ball and had his knee a little bit high, and Griezmann contacted him. And we have 4 fouls of Barcelona against 2 of Valladolid. So that's been weird so far. Yeah, that's basically how the game has gone. A little bit weird for Barcelona and really well for Valladolid so far. They're at least applying a lot of pressure and not really giving anything to Barcelona.
And you're mentioning Messi. I think Dembele is also quite isolated from the game. Probably way too caged in between
their defenders.
I don't know if probably he should try play wide open, but right where he is, he's been no good for Barca so far. He's had no spaces, and he doesn't look too comfy there.
No, Barcelona, in order to really use him, he should be very quick to read those long passes from either Messi, Busquets, or Griezmann to be able to really exploit those open spaces that are behind the defense. But so far, it has not been the case at all. No. And right now, almost at the 30-minute mark, we have Masip that has to get rid of the ball, as actually Dembele was pressuring him. And now Griezmann has a handball for Barcelona. A throw in, and he goes to De Jong, but an attacker from Valladolid intercepts it, and now he had a Nacho that was breaking free in between defense, but he did not see him and did not pass the ball.
Nacho made a very good run there, very dangerous had they seen him.
Now Lenglet tries to get rid of the ball, and he actually succeeds. And now, Alba has it, and he goes to Lenglet. Lenglet tries to play a very long ball to Ousmane Dembélé that almost won it against the defense. But now Valladolid have it in the midfield with the closest player to pressure, Messi, and I believe Busquets. So far, Barcelona have not really had anything going for them. So we'll see. We'll see what corrections Koeman can make and the players can make. We have De Jong that actually wins the ball back in the midfield. He goes to Alba to Busquets to Lenglet to Mingueza that is right now filling the position that De Jong left vacant a little bit. He goes to Des to Pedri to Messi, a little bit in the midfield, in the center, but not really finding those spaces. He goes to De Jong that is really gaining a little bit of meters here in order to attack. Messi tries to get away from one. He passes the ball, but is intercepted. A bad pass to Pedri, and now Roque Mesa has it. And he goes a little bit in a run, and now he goes to his forward, and the right back is actually there. And now he can cross, but Busquets intercepted it and did not let the ball pass at all. So we'll see. That right back has been a big issue right now for Barcelona, as he has not let really Alba do anything attacking wise, and now him attacking really well the defense of Barcelona. Codro
he passed it back there in the area. He had a teammate just coming from behind alone, already in the box, and would have been a dangerous shot.
The Messi and Pedri connection has not been really fructiferous. Oh, but what a good ball by Pedri to Griezmann. Griezmann inside the box, and he goes with a low pass over, and Dembélé heads it, but it goes to Messi really, really easily. A very, very good pass from Pedri to Griezmann, and Griezmann tried to cross it a little bit over the top. Dembélé won it, but it fell to the hands of Messi really easily. And now Messi tries to go forward really quickly to Codro, and he actually draws a foul, I believe.
That cross by Griezmann was a little too high.
Yeah, he let it in a little bit too much and probably lost a second or two in which he could have had a bit more of a good pass. And yes, it was a foul by Mingueza against Codro. As we know, Mingueza tries to play very physically, sometimes borderline a yellow card. But that is simply his style. He's a youngster with hunger, and he tries to play aggressively. Sometimes it pays off. Sometimes it's just these kind of. Sometimes it's just these kind of plays that he gives fouls in the midfield.
Yeah, he may give away some fouls. That's the lack of experience, but he's also physically very strong and quite big, and then that also plays an important role. But I was going to say about Codro as well. He is, funny enough, he is a 2020 Kings Cup champion because he belongs to Atlético de Bilbao. He came to Valladolid on loan last winter, but he played last year Cup with Athletic, and he actually started the season with the Basque squad this all the way till I think it was January.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on him. And now Des on the right wing, and he goes to Pedri back to Des, but the pass is intercepted by a player of the midfield, Valladolid. And now they try to break quickly, but Mingueza tries to also intercept. And now the referee has actually called a foul, I believe, on Mingueza. Now he was on the other side of the receiving end, and Oscar Plano is also on the pitch. He is asking for medical assistance as he is hurting right now. I did not see correctly what happened to him, but we'll see in a few seconds. Des contacted him. I believe he hit him when he was on the ground. And yes, Alcaraz tripped Mingueza, and that was a foul that they later on, the ref called. But Oscar Plano right now asking for a yellow card on Dest, and he's really livid. He's asking for at least a yellow card against Dest. And, well, Dest, as we know, really quickly on his feet, he tries to win every single ball. Sometimes he can be a little bit uncautioned, but we'll see. We'll see what happens now.
Dest is also young, very young, and you can tell the way he plays. But I don't think that was a foul, and even less, of course, a yellow card. Was an unfortunate play, but that wasn't a foul in any way.
We have Messi in front of the box. He goes to Alba. Alba goes to Griezmann on the left wing. Alba in the center, and he tries to go to Messi, but the ball is again intercepted. And the, Barcelona once again has it in the midfield. But now Busquets loses a ball. It's just a game of lose ball and who wins it back quickly. And whoever wins it tries to break quickly. And now we have Valladolid that once again with the right back is trying to attack and offend the Barcelona defense, but not really doing quite well this time. They have to go back.
Positionally, though, we've seen a change now. We've seen Valladolid already falling back
And now
for the last almost 10 minutes.
Nacho tried to do a cross, but there were a lot of legs of Barcelona. And now, as Busquets had won the ball from a little bit of a ping pong, he won and actually drew a foul from Olaza. Olaza that was trying to win the ball on the edge of the box, and Busquets anticipated it and actually got a foul before the play could go on to be more dangerous against Barcelona.
Lucas Olaza is an Uruguayan left back. He's playing here kind of the left center back in this three-man defense. But he was a very controversial signing in the winter transfer window because he was on loan in Celta at the beginning of the season and all last season actually from Boca Juniors, and Celta wanted to buy him, but apparently the buying clause was about 4 million. They weren't willing to pay, and I think Valladolid was, so they just saw the opportunity there. But he's quite a good player and a very dangerous free kick taker with that left foot of his. He actually scored last year with Celta in Camp Nou, a great goal. But Barca won 4-1 and Messi scored twice of a free kick. That was kind of a little head-to-head between them two.
Barcelona has really focused their attack on the left wing right now with 6 attacks, I believe, and just 1 through the center of the midfield and 1 on the right back. So Valladolid has really closed those avenues that Barcelona had been really exploiting in the past few games. At least right now, and we have Busquets in the center that tries to find Messi, and he finds him. And now what does he do? He goes to Des, he sees him, but he does not pass the ball. He faces 2 players of Valladolid, and he has to go back to Mingueza. Mingueza goes to De Jong. De Jong goes all the way over to the other side to Lenglet. Lenglet to Jordi Alba, that is a little bit more open. He goes to Griezmann, that is in the center, and almost inside the box of Valladolid. And now he goes to Busquets. Busquets now to Mingueza, a little bit of a key ball for Barcelona right now. He goes to Pedri. Pedri with a little bit of space. He goes to Alba. Alba on the edge. He finds Messi. Messi inside the box. He tries to go through, but 2 defenders of Valladolid win it back very quickly. And now I believe it is Roque Mesa wins it, and he goes through 3 players of Barcelona, but he draws a foul. I believe it was from Pedri that fouled him a little bit up the pitch, but he had gone through 2 or 3 players of Barcelona before Lenglet could cut him off. But he drew a foul, and now it is a ball of Valladolid, and Jordi Massi will have the opportunity of sending his team a little bit more up the field, a little bit quicker. Roque Mesa being a real headache right now for Barcelona, as he has been really, really quick and really physical against this midfield, especially Pedri and Alba. And now we have Sergi Guardiola that tries to win it, but Lenglet succeeds in getting it back. He goes to De Jong to Lenglet. Lenglet finds Pedri in a little bit of a pocket. Pedri tries to go forward, but I don't know who fouled him. A player of Valladolid held him by his shirt. I believe it was Bruno. Bruno held him by his shirt and is actually seeing the yellow card, the first yellow card for Valladolid. Pedri had a lot of green space in front of him, and he had got the ball in front with a little bit of space, and Bruno felt the need to hold him back. So now 1 yellow card each for each team, as Barcelona gets it back almost at the 40-minute mark. We have the young crossing the midfield. He tries to look for a partner. He looks and he finds Busquets. Busquets, he goes to Griezmann. Griezmann finds Dembele with a little bit of green space, and he passes it back to Messi. Messi shoots, but the defense of Valladolid is there to cut it off. And now we have Janko. Janko that tries to find Sergi Guardiola really quickly, but he does not. And now he draws another foul. I believe it was now Jordi Alba that has fouled him. Ousmane Dembele could have hit it at first time, but he decided to have a little back heel to Messi that was inside also the box, and he shot, but at least two defenders of Valladolid slid, and the attempt was cut off before he could even reach Masip. The first, I believe, Oliver, I don't know if you remember any other attempt, but the first real attempt of danger came in the 40th minute of the first half.
I'd say it's the first. We had a few shots, but they weren't really dangerous, I'd say. That was definitely the most dangerous play. Quite a good chance, and as you said, probably Dembele should have taken it. Also shout out to the defense, because they dove and they were down there to actually block the shot. And I think it was Bruno. I don't know.
I don't know, but at least two defenders. It was either Bruno or Javi Sanchez that slid and were there to cover the attempted shot of Messi. And now we have Valladolid that had their throw-in, but it actually a defender of Barcelona had cut it out, and now De Jong goes to Mingueza, and they're actually pressured quite a bit, and they go all the way back to Ter Stegen, and he's pressured now by two, and he finds Alba on the left wing. Alba that looks to the center, and he finds Busquets. Busquets, he goes to Pedri with a little bit of green space once again, and he tries to fight Dembele, but now Javi Sanchez intercepts the ball for Valladolid, and he tries to go long, but Lenglet wins it, and now De Jong almost was intercepted by the attacker of Valladolid, and now Messi tries to find a little bit of space. He tries to pass the ball to Dembele and is cut off, but it falls to Pedri. Now Alba with the cross, and he tries to fight Messi, but once again Masip is really there, and he's really he's been focused, and he's been where he has to be in order to intercept any kind of ball right now.
Yeah, he's a good goalie, and you'd expect him to give Barca a run for the money. I actually did. A couple of years ago, we only managed to win 1-0, and he even stopped a penalty and many other chances. And it was a very close encounter. I was gonna say also, good game so far by Clement Lenglet. Solid. He's had a rough season with many mistakes, most of them even childish. But he's doing well today. Hope he picks up his form for his last few games of the season, because, as we all know, we have a cup final and probably 8 to 9 finals in the or decided for the league.
And now another foul by Mingueza. Now the count has been up to 8 for Barcelona and 5 for Valladolid. And he fouled, I believe it was Codro, right, Oliver?
Yeah, Kenan Codro, yes.
Yellow card for Mingueza for a very aggressive play against Codro. Codro that has now hit the bar. He hit the bar in the first few minutes after a cross by Janko, and has been one of the main man for the attack of Valladolid so far, with his physical strength and his size being one of his biggest tools so far.
I'd say that's probably the reason why he isn't the starting lineup today. Because, for example, Andrea, we talked about before, he's more technical, probably faster as well, but physically he's very inferior compared to Codro, who's big and strong. Not the most technical forward, but he's big and strong, quite a good finisher, especially with the headers. So he's doing his job, and I'm certain that his job is actually trying to score, of course, but show like good physical work, put the defense in trouble, help Valladolid play a bit more extended, so the game doesn't necessarily fall onto Valladolid's box for the whole game. and he's doing a good job at that. And again, he nearly scored.
And as you said, that Codro once again headed the ball, but it was nowhere near. And now they find Griezmann, and he recenters it, but could not find Dembele. Dembele now, De Jong wins it almost at the edge of the box. And now Pedri, he tries to cross. He finds Messi on the edge of the box. Messi tries to find a space, but he can't find anything. He has to go back to Pedri. Pedri once again tries to find Messi, but once again now Pedri shoots. Oh, and it hits the bar. No, Masip had a hand in that shot of Pedri. That was an unbelievable shot all the way from outside the box. Masip had a hand in it, and it hit the bottom right corner of the goal, and it headed out. Had Masip not had one touch in that, it would have been a spectacular goal for Pedri.
As we hit now, right? Yes. And great save.
Yeah, now that is the most dangerous occasion so far for Barcelona, as we are
now in the 40 chance, yes.
almost the 46 minutes, 2 minutes of added time. Dembele with Pedri. Pedri very participant right now. He tries to fight Jordi Alba, but the ball hit his back heel and he lost contact of it. And now Valladolid tried to break.
Pedri is starting to shoot because he was very much like Iniesta in his youth, very technical. Great player, but not a great shooter, and particularly not a player that tries to shoot. It's good that Pedri starts to do that.
Have that confidence.
And gain some confidence in it. Yeah.
And now, once again, Barcelona were attacking. They could not find any space. Griezmann took a shot at Jordi Masip's goal, but it could not even cross the first line of defense of Valladolid. And now the referee has actually has given another foul against Barcelona. I did not see correctly on what basis he gave it, but man, that shot was almost a beautiful goal for Pedri. Unlucky. We'll have to see. We'll have to see as he continues to grow. He continues to bring more things to the table for Barcelona. The half will most certainly come to an end in this play, and he does. Frankie de Jong was trying to break in pace really quickly, and he looks back at the ref trying to tell him, we were breaking in pace, you should have let us, but the ref is not having any of it. Messi tries to talk to the referee, as well as De Jong telling him, I was in space, you should have let me, but the referee deemed it necessary to end right there the first half.
Masip did a great save, actually, shout out to him, but he was lucky at the same time, because he tipped it onto the post. That would have been some goal for Pedri. So probably it's going to finish 0-0 now.
Yep. So right now, as we are in the half, 0-0 for Barcelona. I don't know, Oliver, what has so far been, or what is your assessment so far?
Well, I think it has been two very distinct parts of this first half. Because at the beginning, Valladolid was surprisingly overextended and offensive and physical. And they tried to score an early goal, but they kept playing the same way all the way till roughly the 25th minute of the game. And then the game switched to a more normal, more expected picture, with them falling back and around the box, kind of parking the bus. They still managed to play forward and try to surprise, especially with Nacho and Janko running forward on the sides. But Barcelona then managed to hold on to the possession, and then we got a couple of good shots, particularly that one by Pedri. But there was another one that the defense blocked by Messi.
Not the game that not the game that we would have wanted. Certainly, we would have wanted a little bit of advantage right now. Not the game, but at least exciting for the viewers. It has been exciting. A good game of football. Not a dirty one. A very physical one. Maybe a little bit. The ref has a lot of game. He has not called all the fouls that he could have, but so far, a really good game of football. So
he's letting that go. Yes.
we'll have to see. So as of now, Barcelona, for those who have just tuned in or have not seen the whole half, Barcelona is now right now drawing in the Camp Nou against Real Valladolid 0-0. Um, one header of no, one header
Kenan Codro, I think.
of Codro hit the crossbar of Marc-André Ter Stegen, and then two shots of Roque Mesa that went over the bar, but really good attempts. And by Barcelona, one attempt by Messi that was blocked by the defense, and one shot of Pedri that was almost a goal, saved by Masip, but hit the bar and came out. So we'll have to see. The post has been a factor so far. So far for Barcelona and Valladolid. So we'll have to see if that continues to happen in the second half.
Yeah, the tendency is that Barcelona is dominating more and more. Hopefully, that continues to be the case in the second half. And if that's so, we would expect a goal not too many minutes in the second half. Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully. So we'll take a quick break to our viewers. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back in around 10 minutes with a few statistics of the game so far and what has been happening. But so 10-minute break and we'll be back.
Right.
And we are back. We are back right now at the halftime of Barcelona against Real Valladolid. For those that have just joined, Barcelona are right now tying against Valladolid 0-0 at the halftime at the Camp Nou. A few good attempts from Barcelona, at least from Messi and Pedri. Pedri hit the post after Masip had a hand on his shot, and the Messi attempt was blocked by two defenders. So that's been so far the history for Barcelona. And on the other side, Ter Stegen has been, I think, frightened to say the least after a header that hit the crossbar. So what do you say, Oliver? Do your predictions still stand? 3-0?
Maybe two. No, I'd say probably these first few minutes, Valladolid will try to get physical again. But I'm assuming the general tendency we've seen in the first half, that they would progressively be more like close around their own box, will continue. And therefore, as minutes go by, we could expect Barcelona to be more and more in possession and hopefully get more chances.
Yep. So far, the statistics that I found: 7 shots by Barcelona against 4 by Valladolid, 3 on target for Barcelona, just 1 for Valladolid. In terms of possession, 65 to 35 in favor of Barcelona, with 90% accuracy, which is really good for Barca so far. A really high percentage of pass accuracy. Have been a lot of fouls, nonetheless, with 15 in total, 9 for Barcelona and 6 on Valladolid. The referee has been really giving a lot of play to these kind of physical matches in between the players, especially in the midfield with Roque Mesa.
And it's very strange to have Barca with 9 at halftime, which it's a team that usually have less than 9 at the end of the game. It's a projection of nearly 20, which is it's very high for any team.
Is high, very, very high, especially for Barcelona. But as you said,
Even
for
so
any
for
team,
Barcelona, yeah, it's amazing. And Valladolid having less fouls is very surprising. It's statistics I cannot get my head around. Maybe it will change. I don't know, but it's very surprising.
Yep. So far, for those that couldn't see or couldn't watch or couldn't hear our commentary of the first half, Messi has been a little bit disconnected from the first half, as well as Ousmane Dembélé, the player that has been really trying to get Barcelona forward, has been, well, at least from the front three. Antoine Griezmann, as well as the midfield with Pedri. Pedri has been one of those players that has tried to do something different. Dest and Alba have been nullified by their defenders, which have basically a personal mark against them. So we'll see. We'll see how Barcelona evolve, and if Ronald Koeman tries to do something different right now in the half and bring someone on.
What we have probably Koeman could do would be probably trying to change tactically that 3-man defense they have at the back with De Jong. Maybe move De Jong a bit forward in order to reinforce the midfield. As Valladolid have quite successfully overpowered Barca in the midfield, especially during the first 25 to 30 minutes. So probably putting more legs in the area of the pitch would be wise from Koeman.
Probably.
More than just, I was saying that just that tactical kind of adjustment, more than probably bringing anyone new at this point.
Yep, totally. Well, remember the substitutes for Barcelona on the goalkeeper end. We have Peña, Tenas, Araujo, Umtiti, and Firpo. And the defense. Let's remember, Firpo came on against PSG and did really a good job on that. Center back kind of role on that 3 line. And on the midfield, we have Pjanic, Puig, Mateus Fernandez, and Ilaix Moriba. Meanwhile, on the attack, we have Braithwaite, Trincao, and Conrad de la Fuente for substitutes.
Would you expect to see Mateus Fernandez today?
No, I mean, I don't expect to see him anytime soon. But, I mean, he's there nonetheless. He's on the bench, and he's at the disposal of the team. But as you said, maybe Koeman could be looking at bringing someone on to probably, probably Umtiti or Firpo, and modify that line of defense, move Frankie de Jong up to the midfield, and probably break a little bit that lock at midfield that has represented the team of Valladolid so far.
And it'd be dangerous to do so as well. De Jong with more room, more space to cover, of course, heightens his chances of getting that much feared yellow card.
Yeah.
But probably you need someone with those legs, with that ability to run back and forth in the midfield. As Valladolid are actually superior in that area, particularly with people like you said, Roque Mesa. He's been all over the place. He's got a couple of good shots coming from second place, unmarked, which is quite dangerous because he's a decent shot and quite a technical player. So you're probably going to want to kind of put an end to that.
Yep. And well, just to look back at the lineup of Valladolid, that I don't expect them to change really at the halftime because it has worked so good against this Barcelona side. Masip at the goalkeeper, and the defense, somewhat Janko, Olaza, Sanchez, Gonzalez, Plano, Mesa, Alcaraz, and Martinez in the midfield, and Guardiola and Codro on the attack. So far, Janko and Codro have been, alongside Roque Mesa, have been the main, the key figures for Valladolid. As we are ready to kick off right now, Messi and the midfield, and he kicks it off, and he goes back to Busquets, and Busquets goes to De Jong. And right now, they have brought on, I don't know, they didn't bring on anyone, did they? They simply changed a little bit the formation. I think they brought back a little bit Jordi Alba and let De Jong move a little bit forward. So now Longley is taking the position that De Jong had before.
I think probably we'll try to play leaving only two behind. Maybe Dest and Alba being also a bit more cautious on defensive end, but adding De Jong to the midfield. Again, it's a bit what we said, I suppose, in order to overpower Valladolid there in an area where they've been quite superior, I'd say.
Yeah, a lot of legs in the midfield so far, but I believe Koeman is trying to break a little bit that with that pace of De Jong that really surprises some defenders and midfielders, that he has that speed to him and he has that explosiveness. So right now,
he's successful. Coming from a second place. Probably you also want that element of surprise because we didn't have any of that in the first half.
And now they actually look for the young that was arriving at the box, but Valladolid defense quickly cut it out. And now Barcelona quickly recovers it with Mingueza. As we see that Mingueza, Longley, and Jordi Alba are the main defenders. Busquets passes it to Pedri. Pedri goes to Des to Ousmane Dembélé. Dembélé finds De Jong in the box, but his pass that tried to reach back Dembélé was cut off. And now Alba gives it a try and goes over the head of Masip and it goes over to the stands. A good first attempts by Barcelona. A lot of explosiveness and at least trying the shots by Jordi Alba. If you don't even take the shot, you'll never miss it.
It's a very different start from the one of the first half, I'd say. Because you see Valladolid already parking the bus. You see also Dembélé starting from the right wing. So there's been a few changes, but the intensity of Barcelona is much higher than the one we saw in the first few minutes of the first half.
Yep, and we have a comment right here from William Aspril too. Vamos Barça. Vamos Barça. Let's hope that we can wrap up a win quickly. So right now, Barcelona have the possession. They go with Mingueza on the right wing. He goes to Dembélé. Dembélé goes back to the midfield with Frankie de Jong. De Jong looks all the way over to the other side of the pitch to Alba. Alba goes with Griezmann. Griezmann with Busquets. Busquets, he finds De Jong once again in that midfield. He goes to Dembélé. Dembélé goes back to Mingueza. Mingueza to the right wing with Des that has been nullified basically all all the first half. He did not have the same impact as he did during the last match against Real Sociedad, in which he scored a brace. He goes to Dembele. Dembele, he tries to escape from one player of Valladolid, and he goes to Pedri. Pedri tries to find Messi in between lines, but the pass is intercepted by the defense, and Valladolid tried to break quickly, but once again, Barcelona has a little bit more of a presence right now in the midfield, not letting them break as quickly and as cleanly as before. And now De Jong has it. He fights with a defender. He goes to Des to Ousmane Dembele. Dembele sees Busquets. He goes back, he cuts back, and then he goes to Des on the right wing. Dembele once again, he crosses it, but the defense once again just doesn't let the ball pass. This defense is all over the place.
Yeah, probably it doesn't help for Barca that well, maybe because of Dembele's new kind of position, but we're only attacking on the right wing instead of like switching one side to another. It's a bit the opposite what happened in the first half, that we were attacking mainly using the left wing. But it'd be advisable probably to try to move the ball quickly one side to the other and make the defense kind of reposition all the time and see if they're late at any point. Tie them as well. But if we only attack on the right wing, also they have a very good disposition there with Nacho, who is effectively the left or kind of left wing back today. But they have, as we said before, Olaza as kind of in that three center back line.
I'm sorry, Oliver, but right now Messi actually shoots after a free kick given after Ousmane Dembele cut to the center and was basically made a sandwich between Codro and Roque Mesa. But now Valladolid break into space, and he had Nacho. I believe it was Nacho that was breaking free between the lines of the defense. It was either Nacho or Sergi Guardiola. I do not know, but Jordi Alba reacted really quickly. It went all the way from a free kick of Messi that hit the wall all the way to basically a one-on-one for Valladolid. So it went from one side of the pitch to the other. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it was really, really spectacular. Now Messi, he tries to find, and he finds Jordi Alba, his longtime associate, and he tries to cross it, but the defense quickly recovers it. And now Janko tries to break into space. He finds, I believe, Plano it was Mesa, and he went to Plano, and now Valladolid have it. They try to control it, try to build a bit more of a slow tempo, but no, Nacho breaks free of Des. Des comes back and wins the ball once again. Nacho also being nullified by Des in these first few minutes.
It's quite uneven duel there, I'd say, so far.
Very quick players on both sides and technicals so far. So we'll have to see. Dembele trying to lead a bit more Barcelona. He finds Des in between space. He goes to the final line. He goes back to Dembele. Dembele gets through one player. He finds Messi. Messi tries to scribble through, and he gets the ball, but now three defenders come on to simply get the ball away from him. It's impossible for Messi to actually advance or do something when he has three players defending him basically personally. So they do a classic 3-1 against Messi, and Messi is disarmed. But once again, Barca recovered really quickly, and they have it with Busquets. Busquets finds Messi. Messi looks for Alba, but the ball is cut off, I believe, by, I don't know if it was Roque Mesa.
But this game is more convenient for Barcelona, I'd say.
This is a more classic game.
You have Messi more active as well. You have Dembele apparently invigorated compared to what we saw in the first half. It looks much better for Barcelona, I think.
It looks more classic Barca, to say the least. And now we have Pedri. Pedri finds Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba tries to cross it, but Janko intercepts the ball, but it falls to Griezmann. Griezmann once again to Jordi Alba. Busquets, Messi. Messi has it after a beautiful pass with the back heel of Busquets, but Messi once again loses the ball, and now Jordi Guardiola tries to send his team onto the attack. And now we have the Valladolid players that tried to find space, but Barcelona recovered really quickly in defense. And now Valladolid have it in the midfield with Alcaraz. Alcaraz trying to gain some space, But now Nacho Martinez loses the ball, and this has it once again, and he goes back all the way to Lenglet, and Lenglet goes all the way over to the other side with Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba finds the young that broke free between the defense, and now Jordi Alba, no, and he tries to lob a pass to Jordi Alba or to Messi back, but the defense once again cut off the pass. And they go back to Messi, and Messi kicks it all the way over to the other side to where Mingueza loses a ball and actually engages in a physical extracurricular activity with, I believe it was Sergi Guardiola.
Sergi Guardiola is being very intense these first few minutes. Actually, in this last counter-attack by Valladolid, I think it was Nacho that kind of stopped the play, but Guardiola was on an amazing run alone in the center. And as you seen, he probably would have been able to send him a very good ball that would have left him one-on-one against Ter Stegen. It was a dangerous counter-attack, but I don't think he saw him because at some point he turned to the other way.
Yep. Once again, De Jong broke free between the lines. He snuck up with his speed, once again, that we have said so much about. But he could not control it, and then he tried to pass it back to Messi, but I believe it was Lucas Olaza that was there to cut off the pass. And then Bruno was on the pitch complaining with pain, but he has gone up, and now he is playing once again. De Jong really involved so far in this game. He goes to Dembélé. Dembélé goes to Busquets. Busquets with Messi. Messi in the center of the field. He goes to Lenglet. Lenglet tries a long ball, a long shot, and goes to Masip. Masip controls it very, very calmly. He saw it all the way coming, and it did not complicate him at all. He just put his hands and got the ball really, really calmly. Lenglet at least trying something different. 3 shots on target so far for Barcelona, I believe, in this second half. And we'll see. Eventually, it may crack this defense because, as you said before, Oliver, this physical part can only take you so far, especially when it's the 70th minute against Barcelona, looking for the ball and not really getting it with Valladolid can frustrate the players. But at the end of the day, they are drawing against Barcelona at the Camp Nou, and Barcelona have not really been that team that has shown in the last few matches in LaLiga. Dembélé looks a little bit worried or angry with himself after a very poor pass that tried to reach Messi. And now Barcelona are trying to apply a little bit of pressure. But now Roque Mesa has it in the midfield, and he has Nacho on the other side, and he passes the ball very poorly, and he goes behind Nacho. Nacho recovers it, but now the defense of Barcelona has recovered and are well positioned once again. Well, now Lucas Olaza in the box, he shoots, and it goes outside the goal of Marc-André Ter Stegen. It hit the net outside. It looked for a second that it had gone in through the first post of Ter Stegen, but actually it went out of the goal. Lucas Olaza, a defender that has arrived all the way over to the other side of the pitch and has shot and Ter Stegen. Now we have Messi that calmly dribbles past. He shoots. Oh, and now Messi once again has it. I don't know if that shot actually had a target to the goal, but Messi very calmly was on his side, and he caught it very, very calmly. When we see once again the shot of Olaza, I think it really surprised Ter Stegen. He did not expect him to shoot in that manner.
Well, Olaza, as we said, is a good shot, and it's got a good left foot. Barcelona should remember him from the great goal he scored last season. And probably we should keep him at bay.
Now, Valladolid once again are attacking Barcelona. They tried a cross, but it did not succeed, as I believe Lenglet headed it out. And now Valladolid have control of the ball so far. They are in the mid-half, in the midfield of Barcelona. They are taking it slowly, trying to get under the skin of these Barcelona players that are seeing that their efforts are not really doing that much against Masip, that has very calmly saved 2 or 3 shots so far. So we'll have to see.
Probably Koeman is going to make some subs soon. Warming up, I think it's Braithwaite and Araujo.
Oh, what a pass by Messi to Dembélé. Dembélé facing Masip, and he shoots, but Masip covers it, and then Griezmann heads it, but it goes. Oh, It goes wide of the goal. What an
What chance!
opportunity! What an
What chance!
opportunity for
Great
Dembele.
save, great save by Masip as well.
Yeah, great save, but you can't help but think what a hash of it Dembele did it. He was one on one against Masip. Masip, he did an incredible save, and then Griezmann tried to salvage something out of it. He headed it, almost throwing his whole body in front of the ball, but it went just wide of the right corner of Masip. That was completely beaten. As we see that now, Ronald Koeman will throw in, will send in Braithwaite and Ronald Araujo.
Yeah.
So we'll see who will be coming off. I mean, on those front
And I
three,
think
I don't know
Trincao as well.
who. Oh,
Trincao as
okay.
well.
So possibly a triple substitution for Barcelona right now. Yes, you are right. Trincao will also be coming on. As we see right now, Barcelona are passing really quickly the ball. Dembele has Dest. He finds Messi in the center. Messi looks up and he finds Jordi Alba on the other side. Jordi Alba crosses it, but once of it, Janko does not let the cross pass. And now Busquets tries to find Messi with a lob pass, but Masip is quick to his feet and he intercepts the ball.
I'd say
Good
probably Dest
passes.
coming off. After seeing his game.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Possibly Des will come off. I don't know who Araujo will come on or who Braithwaite will come on. Probably Griezmann, I would believe, but we'll have to see because Dembele has really been the face of the attack for Barcelona so far, even though he missed that clear chance just a few minutes ago. As we almost reached the 60-minute mark, 1 hour, half an hour to go. Griezmann tries a lob pass to Messi, and he tries to win, but the defense of Valladolid win it back, and Janko just kicks the ball as far away as he can. It falls all the way to Mingueza, and Mingueza goes back to Ter Stegen. Sergi Guardiola looks a little bit frustrated. He does not come into the ball that frequently, and if he comes, it lasts very, very little time. Now we have Dembele that goes into the center. If he finds Messi, can he shoot? Oh, but the defense slides and does not let Messi get anything. He's inside the box, but Messi is obligated to go all the way over to Frenkie de Jong, and he tries to cross it, but Messi once again very, very focused, and he cut off that cross and now hands it in his hands. Messi tries to do something, but it looks as if every time Messi has it, the whole defense of Valladolid just look to go after him immediately. They do not even let him breathe, basically, without someone defending him.
I'd say that's well prepared. When Messi gets the ball 3/4 or even farther deep, particularly in the center of the attack, they are trying to close him down.
And now, actually, Valladolid are asking for a handball in the Barca box, but the ref lets it play, and now De Jong goes all the way over to the other box. He finds Des to Dembele, but the ball is cut off, and the Valladolid players are asking for a handball, I believe, by Jordi Alba. Before Ter Stegen actually did a very good save on a 1-1 against Valladolid, and now another foul against Valladolid in favor of Messi near to the edge of the box. The Valladolid players are going towards the referee, asking for the VAR to come in, I believe. We will see. Oh, it hit just 2 fingers of Alba's hand, and it was completely intentional. After, I believe it was Oscar Plano that hit the ball and went directly to Alba's hands. I do not believe it should be a penalty. But we'll see. We've seen strange things from the VAR this season, right, Oliver? Especially against Barcelona.
Yeah, the handball rule is never to be trusted.
It's never clear.
Yeah, it's never clear. It hits. I mean, it's this thing that if every of each unintentional handball counts, you should probably call like 10 penalties a game, and most of them wouldn't even be a yellow card.
No, I mean, Jordi Alba was like 2 feet away from where the ball was, and it was headed directly to his hand. He did not even move his hand. As we see the triple substitution from Barcelona, as Araujo comes on, I believe, for Mingueza, Antoine Griezmann has left the match in favor of Trincao, and Martin Braithwaite has also come on. We will see who Martin Braithwaite has helped for Busquets.
Yeah, that's a surprise.
So it's back to believe three defenders with now Araujo, Mingueza, and Alba as the main
Langley, I'd
defenders.
say.
Oh no, yeah, Longley. And on the midfield, they have taken off Busquets in favor of Trincao on the right wing, I believe. And now also Braithwaite inside. So we'll see 26 meters away for Messi's, I believe it's his third attempt, right, Oliver, from a free kick.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll
Unlucky
see.
so far.
Unlucky so far, yes. One hit the wall, and the other one just went a little bit wide of Jordi Masip goal. So we'll see what Messi has for us this time around. And it shoots and it goes. Oh, but Messi just controls it really, really well. It was well sent. It was really centered, that attempt by Messi, and Messi controlled it. And now he tries to throw his team quickly to the counter attack through Nacho Martinez. Nacho crosses it and arrives to Plano. Plano makes a hash of it. He was just inside the box of Barcelona, and he tried to hit it first time, but it was a really, really poorly hit ball, and as he regrets his attempt. And now a substitution for
very good chance.
And now a substitution for Valladolid. Janko is leaving the field, and now who is coming on? Pablo Hervías. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, position for position.
By Janko, would say. Yeah, exactly. Another specialist for the right side. Very good game by Janko, showing great physical, an exuberant physique, I'd say. Actually, he overpowered Alba most of the time.
Yep.
So that's
he did not let Alba really do anything speed wise, and he also really covered well on the aerial side. And now it arrives at Alba. Alba tries to shoot. No, he tries to cross it, but once again the Valladolid defense was there to cut it off. Alba made a gesture of, how many times are you going to do this?
Probably Alba was predictable as well. I don't know if he should have taken the shot there.
I think he should have probably taken the shot at the worst scenario. Masip is troubled or controls it, but at least it's a shot. And now Barcelona are once again applying pressure to Alcaraz. Alcaraz that is forced to kick the ball out of the field. And now it's again De Jong. De Jong cuts to the center with Braithwaite. De Jong once again, and he finds Trincao now on the other side. Des pulls over. Trincao shoots. Oh, but once again saved by Masip. Masip not troubled at all once again by that shot by Trincao. Trincao could have actually hit it a bit more stronger. But Masip really with another good save thanks to his good positioning. Masip is telling his teammates to go forward, to not just be there near him. As Masip kicks the ball away, with Longley winning it, he goes to Alba. Alba that tries to go to Frankie de Jong, but the ball is intercepted by Nacho. Nacho to Mesa. Mesa to, I believe, Sergi Guardiola. Sergi Guardiola to Mesa, to Hervías. And now it's Plano. Plano to Nacho. Nacho tries to cross it, but inside the box, he faced two defenders of Barcelona and did not let him go anywhere. Now a corner kick for Valladolid. I believe it is the first corner kick of this half, and the first one, I believe, in this whole game for Valladolid. So,
I think so, yeah.
We'll have to see, because Valladolid have really good players that so far have nullified Barcelona in their aerial duels. So we'll see what Valladolid have in store for this Barcelona defense. Fortunately, now Ronald Araujo, a big player of the Barcelona defense, is on the pitch, so he can cover a little bit more. They actually played short, and now they go back to Mesa. Mesa crosses it, and it goes all the way through, but it was actually headed by a Barcelona player, and will be a throw-in for, once again, Valladolid.
I'd say probably the Mingueza substitution was for his yellow card. And I don't know if probably with Griezmann they were trying either to get deeper with Braithwaite and have another
more nominal 9, I believe. More,
yeah, exactly. But I'm fairly sure that Mingueza's substitution was for the yellow cards, because he had already a couple of physical encounters with I think it was Sergio Guardiola, and he could have been sent off. And
Yeah.
Guardiola hasn't doesn't have a yellow card, so in those ones, Barcelona would have clearly lost.
Yeah, and let's remember next week Barcelona face Real Madrid in El Clásico next Sunday, April 10th. So they have to be really cautious right now. For those that have just tuned in or not seen the whole transmission, both Messi and De Jong, if they see a yellow card, they would miss next match. Right now we have Dembele. Dembele on the edge of the box. He tries to shoot, but once again the defense is there to cut him off. Pedri that we have not mentioned that much. Messi finds Alba, but the ball goes long, and Masip is once again there to put a little bit of pressure. And Alba tried to cross it, but Masip had his hand on it, and it went for a corner kick. And now Messi will try to try something different for Barcelona right now. We'll see what they try, if they'll play short or send a full corner. And he goes completely full, but Valladolid just knocks it away as far as possible. Really intense minutes so far, both on both edges of the pitch so far. We have Trincao. Trincao goes to De Jong. De Jong to Dest. Dest with Araujo. Araujo that is fully recovered apparently from his injury that kept him away from the field a few weeks. Alba goes with Dembele. Dembele tries to go through, but he faces two. He goes back to Alba. Alba to Langlais. Langlais to Alba. Alba is looking up, trying to see if there's a cross there, but he does not see it. He goes back to Pedri. Pedri goes all the way over to the other side. He finds, I believe it is Dest. Dest with Trincao. Trincao back to Dest. Back to Trincao. Back to Dest. Dest with Pedri. Pedri, and he finds Langlais that has come up a few yards, but his ball is intercepted. I believe it is by Plano. Plano passes it back to Alcaraz, back to Mesa. Mesa that finds Nacho. Nacho now to Sergi Guardiola, I believe. Sergi Guardiola cuts all the way over to the midfield, but his pass is intercepted by Pedri, and now back to De Jong. De Jong tries to find Trincao, but the defense once again just cuts off the pass. We have now reached the 70th minute, 20 minutes to go. Still 0-0 here at the Camp Nou. Barcelona against Valladolid, a very good match of football so far. Very physical, but very intense. We have Dembele that is on the left side of the box right now. He goes to Pedri. Pedri leaves it for Messi. Messi, oh, what a shot, but it goes just wide of Jordi Masip's goal. Jordi Masip actually threw himself, but he did not make contact. It just went a little bit over the stick. So what a good shot by Messi. He came all the way from a second part of the play. It was not expected. This is his seventh shot, but it was not on target. What a good shot, right, Oliver?
A very good play. It is an option also to try shoot from outside the box. We're not trying it too much, and sometimes it is a solution to force the defense to press you a bit higher and leave a bit more space behind, because we're not finding enough room to play in the box.
A very good game by Valladolid so far. Very interesting, very physical, not letting Barcelona really do much of what they've been doing. Now we have Dembele that is trying to break free, but he faces two. He goes back to Pedri. Pedri finds Trincao. Dest is on his right. He finds Dest. He goes forward with a cross, but Masip once again is there to just cut it off. Had he not done it, Braithwaite was right there just for the tap-in. Jordi Masip has been really focused in this match. He has not let anything go by. He has been on a really good level.
Probably not the best. Yes.
Probably not the best cross by Dest, but nonetheless a cross. And now we have an altercation between, I believe, Sergi Guardiola and Langlais. Sergi Guardiola will see the yellow card. Excessive force, to say the least.
Yeah, he's been asking for it.
Yeah, it was due time. Sergi Guardiola was trying to win the ball from Langlais, but he used, to say the least, excessive force on him, and then he landed on top of Langlais. So I believe the ref was right to call it. He had already had altercations with Mingueza before being subbed off. So Sergi Guardiola now with a yellow card for Valladolid. Now we have Pedri in the midfield trying to look for some kind of pass. He finds Trincao. Trincao tries to go forward. He finds Messi. Messi has Dest. He does not pass it to Dest. He tries to go all the way over to Alba. The ball is a little bit cut off, but Alba gets it nonetheless. Dembele with a good cross, and it goes over just ahead of Trincao and falls to the feet of Dest. Now Dest with De Jong to Pedri to Messi. Messi once again loses the ball to the midfield of Valladolid. Pedri once again with the ball. He finds Dembele that is now on the left wing of the pitch. Dembele crosses a little bit, goes a little bit to the center. Now Pedri, could he shoot? He tries. No, he does not. He tried to find Dest, but now it's with Braithwaite. Messi inside the box. He goes down. Braithwaite with a shot, and and it once again hits the midfield, the defense. I'm sorry, and now Pedri tries to win it, and another foul.
I think Bruno deflected that one. Quite lucky, but I think he blocked the shot well.
I believe it hit the head of Bruno.
Yeah. It was Bruno, I think.
But once again, Messi went down, but the defense very good of Valladolid, and I don't know if that contest between Pedri and Roque Mesa was actually a foul, but the referee deemed it necessary, and so the foul for Valladolid. 74 minutes and 40 seconds, almost 75. 15 to go. Not that quite of match that we'd have expected, right, Oliver?
It's a lot tighter than we thought. Shout out also to Bruno Gonzalez, because he's been for a while with a yellow card, but he's playing very solid game. I remember him from Getafe. He was a solid defender, and for some reason he was sold by Bordalás, and he came as joy to Valladolid, because I think he's been one of the best defenders of the team has had in the last few years.
Des tried to gain a few yards, but he was actually cut short, and now Valladolid have it. Pedri tried to win it back, but the midfield of Valladolid had it, and now Trincao with a foul against Alcaraz. Alcaraz went down, and after a brief contact by Trincao on his back. And now we'll have another substitution for Barcelona. Ilaix Moriba will be coming on, but first a substitution for Valladolid, I believe. We will see who will be coming off and who will be coming on.
I think Ilaix will be for Pedri, and in order to get a better, more punch in the area, in the box.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Pedri will be coming off for Ilaix Moriba, and Sergi Guardiola with a yellow card will be coming off, and he will be substituted by. I cannot really see who was coming on for him.
I think
number 16, Marcos de Sousa. Marcos de Sousa.
Yeah, Marcos Andre, exactly.
Yep.
Is the player we talked about before. More technical, less physical, but of course he's fresh now, so he might be a threat.
Yep.
But I think Ilaix will have the mission to be more
physical.
More physical, more consistent in the attacking half in the box. Because Pedri has played a good game in the creative aspect, helping the midfield. But we need goals now, so probably that's the whole point of the game, of the sub. Sorry.
Yep. We have Ilaix Moriba actually with his first touches of the ball. He goes back to Araujo. Araujo goes to Dest. Dest goes back to Trincao. Trincao to Dest. Araujo to Frenkie to Ilaix. Ilaix gets back. Oh no, it's Dembele that goes through two defenders. He goes to Jordi Alba and he tries to cross it, but no, the defense once again is there. Just Hervías is there for every single position in which Alba could actually have a cross. Now Jordi Alba tries to play quickly, but he decides to wait for Messi. Messi is calling the ref to tell the Valladolid players to respect the space. He goes to Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong crosses it, but no one hits it. Now Trincao tries to hit it, but once again the defense is there. Roque is trying to break three, I believe. quickly, but no one is there. Now he finds Hervias. Hervias, he takes the ball, he dribbles, he tries to face Jordi Alba, but he does not successfully. Jordi Alba not letting him one single meter of space. Jordi Alba tries to clear it, but he actually made a hash of it. Luckily, Ter Stegen was right there to recover it quickly. Now he goes to Dembele. Dembele, he goes through two players, and a foul by a player of
Plano, Oscar Plano, I think.
Oscar Plano, and a direct yellow red card for Oscar Plano. Oscar Plano has
I don't know what the referee saw there. I think it's a yellow, but
we'll have to see what the referee saw. But it was a direct red card for Oscar Plano, an important player for Valladolid in that midfield that has been so solid so far. So 79th minute, and Valladolid are now one man down, and Dembele is on the pitch, a little bit of agony, I believe, and a little bit of pain, and the whole Valladolid team are going to the referee and telling him asking him what he saw. We'll see in the replay. I believe it just. Oh, actually, Dembele was hurt during the second by a second player. I believe it was Bruno that left his his knee and contacted Dembele's face when he went down. But Oscar Plano, I don't know why he was sent off. The referee saw it differently, I believe.
I don't understand either.
The VAR should actually come, should intervene and say another red card for Valladolid. Oh, but I believe it's like the physical coach of Valladolid has gotten the red card.
Fitness coach, I think, yeah, some sort of staff member. I wanted to say it was a funny play when Alba missed the clearance in the previous play of this red card, and you could see the Valladolid player kicking himself for not going for it, because he would have been 1-on-1 with Ter Stegen.
Yep, and well, also it's been confirmed that the red card has stayed, and Jordi Masip has received a yellow card as well. So now Valladolid, in I believe somewhat of an emergency, is now sending another player in. We will see who will come on. Well, Barcelona have now 10 minutes to do something with this advantage of one player. We'll see if they can actually bring on that killer instinct and do something with it.
The game is a bit more, let's say, disorganized than Valladolid would want. I'd say more spaces, going back and forth, give and take. That's probably good now for Barcelona to try snatch a goal, and particularly having one more player. But it's not going to be easy, I think, because they're competing well today, and now they believe they can get a point here.
Yep, Roque Mesa tried to break free, and it was a long shot, I believe, by I didn't actually see who made the shot. Probably Nacho Martinez, and Ter Stegen was not really bothered. In that previous, it looked as if Longley, I believe, could have headed it in, but it just went over his head after a very good cross by Ousmane Dembele. But right now, Barcelona have the ball with Ilaish Moriba in the midfield. He tries to go forward, tries to find that space. He goes to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba goes to Ousmane Dembele. Dembele, he faces 2-3 defenders of Valladolid. Trincao lets the ball go, but nobody was behind him. I don't know if he believed someone was behind him so they could have a better shot, but Trincao let the ball pass simply, and Valladolid kicked it away. But Barcelona have recovered it once again, and now have it with Ilaish. Ilaish with Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba with a cross, looking for Braithwaite, and Trincao almost had it. He had it in front. It was basically a penalty moving, but he could not control it correctly, and the ball just escaped his reach.
He didn't expect that ball there.
No, and Valladolid now have it once again. Trincao tries to pull a bit of pressure, and now Barcelona once again have it with Araujo and with Longley on the back. Basically, the only two defenders that Barcelona have right now, so they're a little bit vulnerable. And now Ilaish has it, and he passes it to Alba to Dembele. Dembele that is stolen, has the ball stolen from him, And now Roque Mesa, and he passes it to Hervías. Roque Mesa once again. Roque Mesa to Alcaraz, and now to with Hervías. Hervías with Alcaraz. Alcaraz with Nacho. Nacho shakes off one player of Barcelona. Now, once again, Roque Mesa. They are really keeping the ball away from Barcelona so far. They're not able to get the ball. And now a foul by Martin Braithwaite at the midfield, and he sees a yellow card, another yellow card for another player of Barcelona. 83rd minute, and we'll see what happens, because now it's just a time game for Valladolid. They simply have to wait for the match to be over and get one point from the Camp Nou.
We see a sub in Valladolid, substitution. Baldo Rubio's coming on, replacing Kenan Codro. Baldo Rubio is from Valladolid's youth system. It's one of the biggest gems. He's more of a winger, quick player, quite skillful. I suppose Sergio considers they're going to be parking the bus for these last few minutes, and having a quick player for the counter-attack is better than a worn-down Kenan Codro.
Yep, completely. Valladolid, as I've said, and as you said, Oliver, just have to wait out the clock. They will try to, I believe, if they can, to secure a goal on the counter-attack. But now Barcelona will send another substitution. We will see who comes on. Ricky Puig could come on. I don't know for who at the midfield, but he could come on. We will have to see.
Maybe even a centre back, maybe even Lenglet. Or
probably we'll have to see. 85th minute, and Barcelona now have the ball with a throw-in. We will see what's in store in the final few minutes. Right now,
yes, it will come off. Probably, yes.
Oh, okay. Yep. So that makes sense. We will see what happens. Right now, Barcelona have it with Ilaix Moriba, and he passes it to Messi that just crossed the midfield. Messi that looks for a pass. He finds Jordi Alba on that left wing. He leaves it for Dembélé. Dembélé looks as if he's going to take a shot, but he does not. He tried to pass it to Jordi Alba, but the defense once again just was there to cut it out. Now Araujo with Lenglet. Lenglet, he moves forward. He goes back to Ilaix Moriba. Moriba, he goes with Dest. Dest that tries to go a little bit more forward. Messi faces two. He goes with Dembélé, but the pass is cut out by the defense once again of Valladolid. But they lose it very quickly. And now once again, Ilaix Moriba has it, and he finds Jordi Alba, who finds Messi. Messi that did not control well, but the ball falls again to Ilaix Moriba. And now Dembélé has it, and he tries a wild shot that goes just heads for the sky. It was not even on target. It was very, very erratic shot. And we'll see if, I believe right now the substitution will take place. As you said, Dest will come off, and Ricky Puig will be coming on. 86th minute, and Barcelona are not that close of scoring a goal. Have not really troubled Masip at all.
There's no clarity, I think.
No, Masip with just one really good save, that shot of Pedri from outside the box. But
that one Dembélé, there was that 1-1 in the second half.
Yeah. It completely slipped my mind.
Yeah, there's really those two good saves. As for the rest of the game, he only needed to be spot on with the crosses, and we didn't trouble too much.
Yep. Jordi Masip has seen most of the shots that could have been dangerous just go outside of his goal. As we see now, Barcelona trying to desperately do something. I believe it's Ilaix Moriba that tries to go through, but once again, Nacho is there to intercept him. And now Real Valladolid tried to break free quickly, and they tried to go all the way over to Hervías to try and gain a little bit more of space, but the ball goes all the way out of the pitch. Now Jordi Alba has it, 87th, almost 88th minute. And now Ricky Puig has it. He tries to go forward as quickly as possible. He goes with Frenkie de Jong. He goes back to Puig. Puig to Frenkie. Frenkie with Messi. Messi, he sees the ball. He passes it to Trincao. Trincao that looks for the cross. He sends the cross. a good cross for Ilaix Moriba, but no, he was not there. He could not hit it well. Jordi Masip was all over him, and I believe he could not even see the ball correctly because of Jordi Masip. No, he did not hit it well. It just went again
Straight
a little
out.
bit wide.
It was good, but the cross was a little too deep. I'd say Coltin, Masip kind of could guard the near post, and it was a very hard header for Ilash. He tried to put the ball behind the keeper, but he went straight to the side of the net.
So as of now, Barcelona are 3 points away from Atlético de Madrid, letting go an golden opportunity to just cut the difference to 1 point, as it has been through this whole season so far.
Well, I suppose 3 points still work since it's a one game sort of reach.
Yep.
But it's not what we expected, is it?
No. We'll have to see if Barcelona can actually do something in these last minutes. Frankie de Jong has it. He's on the edge of the box, and he goes to Trincao, and he finds Jordi Alba, he tries to find Messi with the low pass, but it could not go over the defense as they could intercept it. Now Riqui Puig goes with Longley with Trincao, and he finds Frankie de Jong now on the right side, and he goes with a great cross. And what a shot! Oh, it is a goal from Dembélé. It comes off after a header of Araujo, and a great goal from Dembélé. He had to be there to score it. He took it on the volley, and what a goal on the almost 90th minute of the match. A good goal for Barcelona.
Masip wasn't quick enough there. It wasn't the near post, but very good shot.
Oh my God, Oliver!
Quick release from the small box, actually 6-yard box.
What a goal!
Relieving, no?
Yeah. Can we now dream of 3-0 with the added time?
Maybe a second, but
very quickly, it was a great cross by Frankie de Jong. A defender of Valladolid tried to head it out, but it hit Araujo that competed with him, and it fell to Dembélé, and Dembélé took it on the volley and just outpaced Masip. Masip was not quick enough to get there. And what a goal by Ousmane Dembélé. One of those goals that actually win you championships and win you LaLigas. We'll have to see if they can actually now, well, not, I don't want to say if they can suffer, but let's see if they can actually keep this up for another 4 minutes, as it is what the fourth official has added. 4 minutes.
I hope we can hold on to it, but Barca style should be trying to keep the ball.
Yep.
Instead of leaving, instead of parking the bus sort of thing and letting Valladolid put the ball in the box.
No, Barcelona should try. I wouldn't want to say to go out and attack, because once again, if Valladolid just grab you a little bit off balance and they can do a good counter, Valladolid could actually draw it. But no, they should keep it, try to play it as they're doing right now with Messi and Dembélé, with Messi with Ilaix Moriba to Alba, Moriba once again to Longley to Frankie de Jong trying to gain a little bit more space. He goes with Messi with Frankie de Jong with some space in front of him. Now Riqui Puig tries the shot, but it goes straight to the hands of Jordi Masip tries to break freely quickly with Nacho, and Nacho tries to set up his attacker a little bit more. But
one little statistics here. Barca hasn't played well, but with the possession the team has had the second half, we've reached the 20 shots. I wouldn't have thought, Valladolid only 6, by the way, but I wouldn't have thought Barcelona managed to get that many attempts on goal. But again, as we said, only 2 or 3 were very clear chances that Masip has to actually save. And then the goal, of course.
Yes. Well, for those that have just tuned in or did not see it or could not hear it, Ousmane Dembélé scored a beautiful volley goal after it fell to him after an aerial match between Araujo and I believe it was Bruno from Valladolid, and he scored a great volley to the first post of Masip. His only big slip up in this game, and it cost him possibly the winning goal. And now the ref has said offside, or I don't know what he has called for, and he's going to show a yellow card, I believe, to the manager of Valladolid.
Sergio, yes.
Yep, he's showing him the yellow card, I believe, for protesting or saying not too nice words to the official.
Probably
So
still rambling about the red cards,
yeah,
I suppose, because there's nothing to protest about with the goal.
Yeah, we also have to remember, for those that couldn't, that just tuned in, Real Valladolid are playing with 10 men after, who was it?
Plano, Oscar Plano.
Oscar Plano was sent off after a, well, let's say questionable challenge on Ousmane Dembele, and was sent off with a red
yellow card. The red card, sorry, but he was actually cutting a kind of a counter attack, and he was from behind. I don't know what else the referee saw there.
And now that was the final whistle. Barcelona have won 1-0 against Valladolid, a match in which we'd have hoped at least, well, the predictions at the beginning were 2-3-0, a quiet and smooth match, but it was something else completely, Oliver. I mean, I was not expecting this version of Valladolid presenting itself at Camp Nou and being so serious in their way of playing.
They competed very well. They actually, I'd say, were in control of the game for most of the time. The first roughly half hour of the game, they even had more chances than Barcelona. Then they kind of fell back a bit and then stayed a bit more closer on their own box. And that tendency stayed throughout the second half, more or less. But still, they played very well. Barcelona didn't manage to create many chances. They had some decent attempts at the counter-attack in the second half. So I'd say they competed very well, working hard, very prepared for this game tactically, overpowering Barcelona in the midfield for a big chunk of the game, I'd say. So yeah, I mean, they were much better than expected. To be fair, it's a team that had improved recently, but as you said, they only managed to win one out of the last few games. So it's still surprising that they put on such a display. But well, at least it's a win for Barcelona. Only 1 point behind Atletico, with still plenty of games, and that well, there's a couple of essential games. One, the Clásico next Saturday, I think, and in a few weeks' time we will have Atletico coming to Camp Nou, and probably that would be a decider for the trophy.
Yep.
So we all expected. We are where we wanted to be, I suppose.
Yeah. So quick recap: Barcelona have won today, 1-0 against Valladolid. They are just 1 point behind Atlético de Madrid, and they have also managed to keep Frenkie de Jong and Messi without a yellow card. So they will be in El Clásico without any harm or without any menace. So, well, we'll see. I mean, 1 point behind Atletico, a lot of games in front of them still. Let's remember that both Atletico and Barcelona are out of Champions League, so they will be having a lot more rest than Real Madrid, that will actually be playing, I believe, tomorrow.
Tomorrow and next week they have like 2 legs against Liverpool, exactly.
So, I mean, a hectic calendar for Real Madrid, that will have to decide if they'll go all in for the Champions League or for La Liga, because I don't think their squad depth will really help them achieve both. So they will have to decide either to basically neglect the La Liga or neglect La Champions. As we know, Real Madrid have a big ego for the Champions League, but Barcelona can really now focus on getting that point difference cut even more with Atletico.
Well, in a couple of weeks, there's the Cup final, but I'm assuming it's only going to be in 1 week. So I hope it's not a big disruption for the team. but it is a trophy also inside. But as you said, at least over this next couple of weeks, Barcelona and Atletico should have fresher legs. And one important piece of information here, because Atletico are playing next weekend, I think on Sunday, against Betis, are playing Betis in Sevilla without Luis Suarez and Marcos Llorente, which are two massive losses.
Two important players.
Yeah. So it might already be a good opportunity to
gain the advantage.
Yeah, to catch them at the lead of the league. But of course, all of that is if the team manages to win the big club.
So, yep. Well, once again, thank you for tuning in. If you want to check out our social media or our webpage, head over to blaugranagram.com. We'll be there doing every single analysis of every relevant piece of information of FC Barcelona. We'll also be here for the Clásico. Very important match. We'll hope that it's a good win for Barcelona. And, well, Oliver, do you have any last words or anything to say to the public?
No, just wishing everyone a good week, and hope we win this Saturday.
Yep. So that's everything from our part. As always, please keep safe, keep sane, and let's hope Barcelona can keep this pace up. So
Take care.
We'll see you.